$1,800 in the first 11 days of February. Teddy Lee, the incel degenerate, has broken the impossible and has accomplished financial success. I'm here with Teddy. He's one of my boys, one of my students. We're currently in Marbella in our penthouse. It's not actually a penthouse, it's actually a
It's
very
not.
cheap Airbnb.
I would say very cheap.
Well, it's like a cheaper end Airbnb.
Yeah.
But we're here in Marbella. If you know much about us, you know I currently live in Marbella. Teddy lives in London, but he's visiting for a week. It's his final day today, final full day. Tomorrow he leaves evening. But what we're gonna do today is talk about kind of Teddy's journey. He's gonna tell us a bit about himself, and then we're gonna squeeze as much value out of him as possible, as if he's a sponge, so you guys can steal his information and make money with it.
hmm
By the end of this video, you will know exactly how Teddy accomplished success, who Teddy is, and what he's currently doing or what he's trying to do in the future. If you care about Teddy, you'll watch until the end.
Sure.
Real shit. What? Do you want to introduce yourself? Start us off. Tell us what you do, Teddy Lee.
Yeah. So I'm Teddy. I'm 18, and I'm from London, and I'm currently in uni, and I've been doing appointment setting for like 2.5 months.
What is
3
appointment
months.
setting?
Appointment setting is basically selling programs, selling info, selling anything.
Appointment setting is selling anything.
Appointment setting is like being a middleman in the sales process. So, booking in a call for a creator or an influencer who's selling a program, um, with either that influencer or a closer, who will then sell the program and you get a commission from it. Basically,
You are a full-time appointment setter.
I'm a full-time appointment setter.
And what do you do on a daily basis? Like, do you have conversations? How does that work?
You basically just speak to people in the DMs, or you can dial.
Yeah.
But I personally speak to people in the DMs, couple hundred people a day, and nurture them into booking a call.
And you made 1,811 days doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
How many hours you work a day?
4.
4 hours a day. You said you're currently in college?
Mm-hmm.
What are you studying, Teddy?
I'm studying economics and economic history at
Cool.
LSE,
LSE.
London School of
Isn't that
Economics.
isn't that extremely difficult to be in LSE?
It's difficult to get in. Mm. It's fairly difficult to get in. It's a good uni. It's definitely a really good uni.
I see. Now, you told us a bit about appointment setting, and that obviously you're doing it while you're in college. How have you found that?
I think managing a online business and uni is definitely possible. Especially because I don't go out as much. I maybe go out like once a week, once every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
compared to people that are going out like 4 times a week. So I have the spare time to do it, but you still have to be like very committed. I have to have discipline not to go out all the time, not to mess about or waste time. I have to stick to that strict schedule so that I have time for both.
So to break down appointment setting, there are different processes in a sales funnel. For example, if I'm a coach and I'm selling a program teaching people how to fish, I'm gonna have to do the fulfillment. So I'm actually gonna have to teach people how to fish. There's gonna be someone closing the deals, that is the closer, and there's gonna be someone booking in the deals. If you are a closer, you're constantly dealing with stress. You have to handle objections. You have to do the closing. You have to get them onboarded, whatever it is. If you are the setter, you are just having a conversation with the lead, whether it's on the phone, whether it's in the DMs, and you book them in for a sales call with the closer. Or if you're having a conversation, you're saying head coach so they don't think they're being sold to. You get them on the call, they get sold to, and then you earn commissions on every single sale that comes in, right? Is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
And who are you currently working with? Obviously, maybe not say the name, but like, what is he selling? What is he teaching people?
So I'm currently working with a business owner who's running a B2B offer,
Mm-hmm.
so business to business, business selling to business, and he helps brands and creators and people who have their own coaching offer scale,
Right.
basically with sales systems, content, ads, setting teams, etc. Content.
And you said business to business. What's the difference between B2B and B2C, and what do they even mean?
So B2C is business to consumer,
Mm-hmm.
B2B is business to business. With B2C, you're selling, it's a business selling to an individual, someone that isn't a business basically. And with business to business, you're selling to businesses.
Right.
So the style of appointment setting is very different. With B2C, they will be more susceptible to falling for your salesy stuff. So you can be quite direct with it, and it's much easier. You can follow a framework. Whereas with B2B, you kind of have to transition conversations from not speaking about business to speaking about business, because if not, the business owners will know you're trying to sell them straight away and they'll be put off by that.
Okay, I got you. So setting is basically like an entry-level sales role. And to further that, you've tried other sales jobs before, right? You've done a couple different things. Tell me a bit about what you did before appointment setting.
Yeah, so when I was 14, I did reselling, like shoe reselling. That was decent. I wasn't earning as much as I was doing in appointment setting, but it was good up until the point where there was a bunch of fraudsters in London, and then the shoe market kind of crashed. And then I transitioned into I tried growth operating.
What is that?
Growth operating is basically partnering with businesses to help them scale. And doing all the back end systems and stuff. Tried that, it didn't work out. Probably a knowledge issue. And then I also did a bit of trading, meme coins.
How did that go?
It was terrible.
Why?
Because I just lost. I just lost.
That's like $500, right?
Yeah, which is like, now it doesn't really matter, but back then it was stressful.
It's because you're a big baller now. Because you got that appointment setter paycheck.
I got that appointment setter paycheck.
The big baller.
Min wage.
Okay, you've been doing setting for a while now. I know you said at the beginning of this, you said 3 months, right? Was it 3 months you've been doing setting?
Well, seriously doing setting, yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
And how long has it been since you learned setting? Like you knew about appointment setting?
I first heard about appointment setting in September, so about 5 months.
5 months ago.
And I joined with another mentor before.
How did that go?
Which was really bad.
Why?
The guy was just the reason he took me on was to benefit himself. He wasn't his first the person he was trying to help wasn't me.
What do you mean? He wasn't trying to help you?
Yeah, so he put me onto an offer which was really bad, and he even felt like a type of way when I moved on to other offers, because he just needed me on his own offer that he was managing so he could profit.
I get you. So you worked with another mentor in the past, and you've been doing setting now for about 5 months, but you've been taking it serious for about 3 months. And how has that experience been for you? Especially with college, your life, how have you found everything?
It's been good. There's been a big mindset change. I feel like I've become a much more grounded person, even become closer to my religion. I don't know if that's related, but I have. And I think...
Do you think that's because you made it?
I haven't made it.
I'm just kidding.
Pretty far off making it, mate.
Yeah, we're all poor here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's changed me quite a lot.
In a better way or in a worse way?
In a better way. It's been really difficult at times as well. Really high pressure. So I think that's also improved me.
Do you think you've been getting better at managing stress and all these other things with?
Yeah, stress management, time management.
I got you.
It's all got better.
I feel you. So you've been doing this now for, you said, nearly 5 months now. 5 months, give or take. You've been taking it serious for 2.5, 3 months, like we talked about earlier. When did things just make sense? When did it start to click and actually go well for you?
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
A month and a half ago. I don't know. When do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it really started to click for you. I'd say a month and a half.
Yeah, after my operation.
Yeah, I think your operation forced you to lock in.
Because I couldn't move. Yeah, I had an ACL operation, so I couldn't fucking move.
You couldn't do anything, really. And then I think it was a matter as well of, it's worth noting that you work with a B2B offer. And we talked a bit about B2B, B2C. But it's also worth understanding that B2C is business consumer. You're talking to people, I don't want to say oblivious, which is it's kind of rude. But you're talking to people who you can ask a question and they aren't going to react badly, even if it's what got you interested. Whereas if you do that on B2B with a coach, they're going to be like, I know what the fuck you're doing, fuck off. So you've learned to set in a specific way where people don't even know you're really appointment setting. You were just having conversations, figuring out their purpose, their cause, why they want to do what they want to do, but you're doing it in a very unique and special way that most setters aren't able to do. And that is the nature of B2B. Initially, B2B is more difficult skill to learn, therefore it's higher barrier to entry, not as many people do it. But B2C as well, you could possibly make more money. Down the line, you can make more money with B2B. And we talked a bit about that earlier. You know, there's different types of funnels and all this stuff. You don't really see B2B guys making like 500K per month. Sure, you do, but they're running very unique funnels. Whereas B2C, you see a lot more like someone teaching you FBA or e-commerce or fitness coaching or whatever, doing really well, where you would see B2B not as often. To kind of break that into perspective, you're taking a harder skill on and you're prolonging the process of your success, right? So it's taking you longer to get to where you are because you chose to go down the B2B route. But why? Why did you do that?
I think as a setter, you don't have that much leverage if all you've worked is B2C, or you have leverage, but working B2B gives you a skill set that's like really unique and that not a lot of people have. So it's much easier to go into managing, which is what I want to go into. If I have a lot of B2B experience and I have B2C experience, it means I can manage pretty much any offer, and I can manage the setters on any offer.
Is that what you're trying to do ultimately? Manage?
Yeah, so I'm gonna, from appointment setting, I'm gonna go into management, managing sales teams, managing setters, and then from there I'm probably gonna run I am gonna run my own offer.
So you want to go down the process of learning setting. You've obviously, you're getting it now, you're mastering it. Go down into management and then go down into coaching with that, which is pretty sick because you have someone by your side that's doing all of that. I've done setting, I've done management, I've run some really good sales teams, done 6 figures or whatever with that, but not for myself, but the guys I'm working with. Accounted for 7 figures in sales, of course, and then also now coaching. So you have someone to help you by your side, not to flex or whatever, but like obviously you have good resources around you. The coach you're working with is also putting you in a very good spot where you guys are going to Canary Wharf, you're getting sick dinners, you're networking with really big people. If you guys know Canary Wharf, it's pretty big in London.
Yeah.
That's where Teddy lives. No, I'm joking.
And when you say coach, you mean
what?
Like the person I'm working with on the team, the person I'm setting for.
The guy you're working with, yeah. You've been going around there. You've been networking with him, his friends. You've got to meet and really be part of the team. And like that brings me to my next question. You're in info, which is like e-learning, sales, like selling information essentially and helping people learn fitness, health, whatever it is, like all these different things. Do you think info is a scam?
Yeah, I think there's always going to be scams out there in any market. So there will be info products that are scams. The industry is not a scam because, when you've worked on an offer that actually works.
Are you a scammer?
I haven't launched my course yet.
Oh, shit, my bad. Soon.
But yeah, when you've worked on offers that are successful and you see, like the offer I'm working on, you see fitness coaches that buy that offer going from earning 1K a month to 50K a month, then you realize that this really isn't a scam. And if it's a good course, if it's a good info product, then it's not a scam.
So really it determines, there are scam factors to the space, but for you to determine if it's a scam, it depends on what approach you go down. You can work with offers that are really shitty and you can become like a scammer or be part of a scam, or you can just have morals like you should, like everybody in the group does, and only work with offers that are actually beneficial. Those are also longevity offers. You're working with a team that you can work with long term, that really want to keep you there, that are helping you learn all these different things. If you said, hey, can I learn sales as well? They would let you join the calls. They would let you review everything and watch it through with them. You have opportunity to grow. Those offers are rarer to come by, but they're still out there, which is really, really interesting. Now, with that being said, you've also had some success with setting recently, right? Tell us a bit about that.
In what sense?
How's this month going for you?
Yeah, this month is good. I'm at like 1.8 and we're like 11 days into the month.
11 days into the month, $1,800 USD.
Yeah.
Not that weak Aussie dollar, that USD, bro.
Yeah. Which
is going pretty sick. And to put that into context on how like disassociated we are with money nowadays, especially in this space and in this day and age, you're 18, you're in college, you basically set part-time if you look at it like that. And you've made a lot of people's full-time income within 11 days. Or like even by the end of this month, how much do you expect to make?
We're aiming for 4 or 5. 4.5.
So you'll do like at least 4.
So that's about 50K a year, which is...
Because you get 5% obviously, which is another 2.5 plus 1.8, which is 4.3. So worst case, you're doing 4, maybe 3.5, but you're gonna do 4, and then obviously 4.5, 5 is also in the pipeline. It's potential. With that being said, you are 18, which is like, it just shows how disassociated we are to money. You're 18, you've made $1,800 in 11 days, which people are going to be watching this and think, oh, that's sick, because they watched this other kid who's like 16, like $1 million a month or whatever. But we also need to look at the fact that you are making more than people are making with their jobs.
Yeah.
And it's not difficult, is it?
No.
Setting is not very difficult.
Especially if you're doing it full, especially if it's your thing, your only thing.
Yeah. The sun's killing me.
No, I'm liking it, man. I reckon you look good in the video, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Damn.
Sorry, mentor.
So you've done 18 in 11 days. How does that feel? It's a good feeling?
It doesn't feel good because I know that I'm worth way more now. Now I've dialed in my B2B skill. It's all about like growing from here and about like working out what I'm going to do next, how I'm going to move forward while maintaining the stuff that I have.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good.
So like management, all these things. So what do you mean it doesn't feel good? Like you're making good money though.
I'm making good money. It felt good last month when I hit my record high, and this month it will probably feel good when I hit my record high again. But it's like, because I know where I want to go, I always feel generally happy, but I don't feel like I've achieved the big thing here, because I know that I achieved it 2 weeks ago when I dialed in my B2B setting.
Right.
That's when I like made this money in my head.
And obviously before joining the space, you didn't really have the same perspective on this. You didn't have the same mindset on all this, did you?
In what sense?
Like you're talking about, 1800, like you're not happy. Like sure, it's cool, but you're not happy. Did you have that mindset before you joined the space?
No.
Or is this just randomly come upon you since you started scamming?
Since I started what?
Scamming? No, I'm kidding.
I think I kind of did.
My pants are going up my ass.
I don't know. My mindset before I joined the space, I don't even remember it, to be honest. I think I just wanted to have like an extra like 2K a month so that I could be hella cool in uni and go out and shit and buy everyone drinks.
And that's now changed
and
to
now it's completely different. Now it's like I'm going out less.
way less.
I'm spending the same amount as I was before, and I'm saving everything for my longer term goals.
And you want to get into property. We talked about this today. We both want to get into property.
Yeah, property.
End of this year.
Dad a car. Maybe for me, end of next year.
No, this year.
Okay, bet.
You want to buy your dad a car. You want to get into property. And you're talking about these things where
I don't want to give one of my haters 10K.
you want to give one of your haters 10K. That's the most important.
And that's true. That's genuinely true.
You want to send her 10K.
Yeah, this person.
But 6 months ago, you weren't thinking like this.
True. Yeah.
What were you thinking 6 months ago? Besides, let me get my boys drinks.
I was just thinking, how can I like get a quick bag, basically.
Yeah, and that's why you kind of got into meme coins.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And then from there, I realized, damn, let me actually try building something.
In perspective, you are a uni student in a quite difficult uni. You're balancing that okay with setting to.
I would argue like top 2 hardest unis, top 3 hardest unis.
Top 3 hardest unis in the UK.
I would say.
Damn, right.
No, I'm playing.
Really?
Yeah, no, probably.
Okay, so it's a difficult uni, and you're balancing that with appointment setting. You're going out less, which is probably more beneficial to your health.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You've now been able to randomly, simultaneously come to Marbella because your amazing mentor flew you out.
That was pretty crazy.
It was pretty cold. I butt dialed you as well.
You what?
I butt dialed you.
Yeah. He accidentally called me and then ended up booking my flight.
Buying him flights to come to Marbella for a week and live in our penthouse / villa / cheap Airbnb. But
slash sofa.
Slash. At least you have a blanket
Yeah, well,
that you had to buy. But it's kind of crazy though. You've come a far way in literally 2 months of locking in, 3 months of locking in. Because before that, sure, you were doing setting, but you were misguided.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you need to be careful about nowadays in this day and age, in this space. The info space is anybody can be a coach.
Exactly.
I could have never done setting and been like, let me launch a program. I could have done it and people wouldn't know otherwise.
Yeah.
But the fact that I do have experience and I've done setting, I've done management, I've done all this shit, and now I've put myself in a position where I'm the best coach in the game. No doubt about it. I say that with full conviction. Not many people can say that. Not many people can say I'm very, very good at what I do. And that shows through, like, for example, your coach, he was okay at setting. He was okay at B2C. Sure, he was good at it. He was all right. But B2B, he probably didn't even know.
He probably doesn't even know what B2B is.
Yeah, and like obviously, he kind of put you in a position where he was prioritizing himself and his own greed and his own financial benefit and gain, even though you paid him to coach, and then he put you in a position where he wanted you to learn closing instead of setting because it's more beneficial for him. Which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk to him often?
Not much. It set me back 2 months, which was like bad. Like if I could think about where I would be right now, 2 months from now, this position I'm going to be in is great, and I would be in that position now.
Not necessarily. Because maybe the guy you're working with now wouldn't have hired you if you were 2 months behind or 2 months ahead.
Sure. Yeah, good point.
But you also got a good lesson out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you were put in a position, which we talked about earlier when we first recorded this, which was hella unfortunate. But that made me really sad.
Yeah, that made me really sad. The audio or the recording, just we lost it.
Yeah, it just stopped recording.
Yeah.
But you were talking about how not having a good experience with your first mentor put you in a position where you just wanted to get another mentor. Whereas most people, instantly they'd be like, I had a bad experience, I'm not doing this again. Why do you think that happened for you?
I think I saw that it was possible to make money online.
What do you mean?
You know, being on or off and being that close to collecting cash. Like I collected a little bit, but being that close to collecting cash, I realized, wow, if I was on a good offer that worked, then I can actually make money out of setting. And then my boy was doing it as well, Seb.
He was also in the group.
Yeah, he was making money off setting, and I thought, wow,
how much does he make?
Possible. I think he did 8K last month.
8K last month, 7K the month before. Probably similar numbers this month, give or take.
So pretty much the same as what an LSE graduate would earn 5 years after leaving.
Except he's been doing setting for a couple months.
5 months now? 6 months?
Five and a half, give or take, yeah. So
do you know how crazy that is?
Kind of crazy. He declined his JP Morgan application as well.
Yeah.
Going balls deep, which is sick.
Degree apprenticeship, he declined it.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
No glaze though.
Full glaze.
Still a pussy.
Yeah, said it was a pussy, no glaze. Best student, but fuck him, he's my op, bro.
Yeah, sick guy.
Now, regarding, let's say I hit you up and I was like, Daddy, I'm trying to get in that online shit, G. Put me on. What advice would you give me?
Buy my course. I would say...
Bro's trying to scam.
If you're trying to get on your online course or into online business, it depends. Are you trying to get into it as soon as possible and start making money as soon as possible? Or do you just want to get started? And if you don't have a budget, do you just want to get started? Because there's 2 ways to go about it. One way is be really consistent with learning appointment setting for free and with doing outreach and growth operators, outreach and creators consistently every day till you get that first offer and you break into the space. And the second way to go about it is investing in a mentorship, which is, I would recommend it. It speeds up your progress by probably like 3-4 months.
Yeah. No, people typically, this is funny, but people typically post like these interviews of like anomaly students, right? Would you say you're an anomaly student?
No. There's a 16-year-old that's at 3K for the month. And it's 11 days in.
Ricky Lewis, $3,000 made in 11 days, 16, dropped out at 12. Top 1% sales rep, on track to do like 5-6K this month.
If anything,
minimum.
If anything, I would say skill-wise, I'm
You're
above.
better, yeah.
But I would say earning-wise, like if anything, I'm below average on like what people have been earning. Like in my first month, I earned like 400. That guy joined like 2 weeks ago. He's at like 600.
Joined 3 weeks ago, 6K. Joined 3 weeks ago, he's made $600. Joined with no sales experience. He's like early 20s. Literally dropped out of college, didn't know what he was doing. And then obviously I did setting and I done all this stuff. He watched me for a while. We know each other mutually. He's friends with my brother, he's friends with me. And then he was like, shit, like, let me join this. Got no special treatment. Went through the exact same coaching as everyone else. Just did more one-on-one calls because you guys have access to unlimited one-on-one calls. Went through all of that shit. And then within like 2 weeks of literally just training, ChatGPT role plays, getting feedback from me, joining the group calls, asking for support, I placed one on offer because I trusted him enough to do really, really well. And he did so. And $600 in 3 weeks. Ricky's at 3,000 in 11 days.
So
as a 16-year-old.
So I'm not an anomaly.
You're not. All. And which is quite funny because people wouldn't usually post a video of someone who's like just doing good,
average.
doing decent.
Yeah.
But we are.
Yeah, and it'll be cool to look back on when I'm ripping crazy numbers soon.
What's crazy numbers?
Crazy for the time frame.
Yeah.
Like in 3-4 months, I reckon I'll be ripping 10. Above 10.
I'd say if you're not doing 10K per month in the next 2 months, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
It should depress you if you're not
Yeah.
doing 10K in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
There's some figures in the space you've noticed are very bad at what they do, and they're doing 5 figures a month.
Say again?
There's some figures in the space you've probably noticed by this point that are doing 5 figures per month with management or whatever, and they're not the most intelligent people on the planet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different people like that in the space. So, I mean, you're a really smart guy, man.
I appreciate it. Mental.
No, you're in a solid spot. You just do shit. You don't over-contemplate simple things. Except today when you were thinking about your Instagram username. That was really cooked.
Yeah, that was kind of cooked.
Yeah, that was like a Sebo Stone move.
But that's because I did it with Seb. That's why I overthought.
Seb fucked you up. I would have just been like Teddy Lee set with Teddy. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a crazy bar from my end. But how many business models have you tried? By the way,
I said
you tried meme points,
reselling, growth operating,
basically closing.
Theme pages. I did theme
Team
pages.
pages, closing,
Closing,
meme coins.
meme coins.
So 5 things.
5 things.
You've tried 5 different
And
things.
eBay reselling as well.
6 different things in the span of like 4 years.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, you were a hoe. You tried 6 different things.
Yeah.
And
The difference between setting and the things that I tried, other than maybe growth operating, is that setting is much more scalable.
In what sense?
Reselling is kind of hard to scale.
Why?
I guess you can build a personal brand and then become like a personal shopper or whatever, or you can invest in a bot and then bot stuff. And, like eBay reselling, not really scalable.
Yeah.
Meme coins, I guess you scale depending on how much you make, but it's so risky that it's very difficult to scale. You only have like a couple people who manage to actually make crazy money off that.
For you to make money, someone's got to lose money.
Exactly.
It's in a very fucked cycle.
Yeah. Whereas in setting, I've got a clear pathway to move to. I can go from setting to management to coaching, or I could go from setting to closing to, I don't know, working my own offer. Yeah. There's a lot of different routes.
More opportunities. It's like an entry-level sales role, so you can just decide to scale, and you actually have a future if you choose to have a future. But it's also at the same point, at the same page, at the same time, I should say, you could just sit here and comfortably make 3-4K per month.
Exactly.
Because of the skill set you've obtained, which is like, by the way, it took you a few weeks really few weeks of good training, and you got there.
Yeah, and I don't think I can. Anytime I want, I could jump on a B2C offer and earn literally 3 to 4K.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Which is really sick.
Yeah,
and just do 2 of those, and you're doing 8.
Yeah,
6 to 8.
Yeah,
but obviously you have a different career choice. You want to go down, management, doing all this stuff, so it's different for you. But with that being said, what do you think was the biggest lesson you've learned as a top 1% appointment setter? Which, by the way, like, you're not even a top 1% appointment setter yet. Sure, your skill set's good, but financially you're not even at like 8, 10, 12 per month.
No.
Yeah.
Financially, I'm not there. Appointment.
Universe just hasn't caught up.
Yeah.
No crazy manifestation shit, but that's what it is.
That's just how it works. It just will.
Yeah.
Because my skills.
Because you also believe it.
Will catch up.
Yeah, and I think it was the conversation we had yesterday that kind of opened you up to the idea of like, you can be more and make more too. Because like you already knew you wanted to make more, but I really like sold you on the fact that your skill set is better.
Yeah. Even what you just said just now.
What?
That I was thinking like 10K is like achievable like long term, like 4 months. But 2 months, yeah.
I heard a guy say he's making like 5K per month right now, and I heard him say he wants to make 10K per month by the end of the year. Like, how cooked is that, bro?
Yeah.
10K per month by the end of the year. Bro wants a 5% increase every month. Like, how outrageous is that? This is the online sales space. You invest in people. If you start managing, and then you build a management agency or a sales agency or whatever it is, and you have one very good person working with you, they will do majority of the work, obviously, because you're going to hire someone really, really good. But also, it's so easy to scale. You invest in people at the end of the day. But the fact that, like, people talking about, I want to make 10K per month, bro, it's a very achievable. Very achievable. You can even do it with setting. You can get like another offer, drop out, or maybe not even drop out, but just work your ass to the wall. Like, do you feel like you're working your ass off right now?
I would say, yeah.
Working hard?
I would say I'm working hard, yeah.
Would you say your back's against the wall?
In what sense?
Good question. Would you say your back's against the wall where you feel like you need to succeed?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm definitely at that point. especially like past 2 weeks when I wasn't dialing with the B2B, I had a good opportunity with this new offer I was on. And if I hadn't have, like, my back was really against the wall. Like, if I didn't just succeed with it, then I would have been delayed like a month or 2 months to get back in the same position.
I'll drop some sauce real quick as well. And you applied for that job that you were underqualified for, to be realistic. But you applied for it and you were a better candidate. I was sure because of your accent, because of your hungriness, because of everything you've done, the little reputation built over time as well. We had mutuals when you joined. And you applied for something that maybe you were underqualified for, but you got hired for it and you got trained in very quickly for it as well. So you developed that skill set because you wanted it. With that being said, I think if you were a newer sales rep, you should apply for jobs you are underqualified for. Because it takes one of those to change your life.
Yeah, apply for everything. Daniel Dalen just posted on his Twitter today.
Yeah.
Sales rep. Why not apply?
I might apply. No, I'm joking. I'm not applying for that. But yeah, you should apply for jobs, 100%. Now, with that being said, Teddy, we talked a bit about what's next for you. But drop some sauce, man. What do you think these guys got to know? Like, what is the biggest lesson? Stop trying to gatekeep everything to sell
Oh,
them.
yeah. What's the biggest lesson I've learned?
Scammer.
From appointment setting. And who does this apply to? Someone that started appointment setting or someone that's trying to get into it?
Whatever you want, man.
I would say the biggest lesson I've learned from someone trying to get into online business and trying out so many business models is you just have to pick one thing and stay consistent with it. You have to do good research as to what suits you the best and then be consistent with it. Because I've been consistent with appointment setting and I've invested, in a mentor, which has made me financially committed to it as well. I feel like I have to
against the
succeed.
wall.
I have no choice.
Yeah.
Same. I just bought one of these.
I
the
just
other
bought one
day.
of these.
How much are they? These mics, like
$200-$300,
$200-$300.
give or take.
And now I'm kind of tight for the end of the month, just because I
Plus.
save a lot of my money. So now my back's kind of against the wall. I force myself to become more committed again.
But also make content because you do day in life TikToks and you're also pushing the YouTube where you're doing some setting content, documenting your journey type shit. So you're doing everything, and it also just forces you to make more content, but make better content too.
Yeah.
Now this is the bit where we sell every single person that is watching. I'm just kidding. What would you say was your favorite part of working with me? Obviously, being part of Saturdays Academy, being part of the boys. Like the entire process so far. Obviously, you're still in the group, but what has been your favorite part?
Or my favorite or the most valuable?
Both.
Okay. So I think the most valuable part.
He said this exact same thing on the last one we recorded, by the way. He's a little schemer.
Valuable and favorite, bro. They're two different things.
Yeah.
The most valuable part is your network.
My crazy pipe.
Huh?
My crazy pipe.
Stop. He said the same thing last time we recorded.
I did.
Literally not an hour ago.
That button's going to go down.
Okay. Anyway.
My bad. I'll put it back up.
The most valuable thing is your network.
Thanks.
Like, if you wanted to, you can learn setting, through free online stuff. You can, maybe not to the same degree, but you still can, and you can get an offer just by spamming outreach, which will take a long time. Which takes a long time. I had done outreach for 2 months and I didn't land an offer. Having Val's network, and get you get offers in your pipeline every couple of days.
Very often.
It means that if you're ready and he knows you're ready and your skill is there, then you get on that offer and you start making money.
Yeah, I've rejected more offers than I've placed on. I've rejected offers for very significant people in the space, just because the fact that I only place people when, for example, if you come in the group, I'll teach you how to become self-sustainable, because I don't like the concept of you just being reliant on me. Being reliant on another man's a bit gay. Unless you're a girl watching this, which I would be surprised. Just saying.
Nah, they're probably bad. I'm gonna post this on my channel as well.
Yeah, there's gonna be 3 total girls watching this.
My girl will be watching it, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Probably not.
But what was I saying? I'm tweaking out.
How you talking about not being reliant on you? That you reject offers.
Agreed. The reliancy on someone else is kind of a weird position, but if you put yourself in a position where you become self-sustainable, you know how to find offers, you get access to my network, I help you build your own network, and you get access to the boys, which, by the way, you've given out offers to the boys that you didn't want, that is now making them money too.
Yeah.
So we are in a position where now all of a sudden you're self-sustainable and you have this amazing skill set. You have this sick skill set, so you could always come back to setting or just continue doing it and make decent money. Decent being like better than jobs. We're just so disassociated to actual real life
Shit
money.
online, to be fair.
Huh?
Shit money if it's online.
Yeah. But you get put in a position essentially where you are self-sustainable, and that is super, super valuable. Instead of you just being reliant on an offer, which is really, really shitty, even though it may seem glamorous, it's cooler to be able to do it yourself, and that you are going towards that path as well.
Yeah. And I think my favorite thing in the thing is what you're talking about, the community. Like when we jump on group calls, it's just you're with your boys on a call.
Yeah.
And it's also much easier to achieve your goals when you're surrounded by people that have the same goals as you.
It's as if you're actually just hanging around with your friends, talking shit, making money, trying to beat each other in all-time high months.
Yeah. Like me and Ricky were literally doing that last month.
Yeah.
I beat him. But I won't beat him this month.
This one, no. This
for
one, he's
sure.
got that shit in the bag. But it's like, for example, Seb, you, and Chris, you guys are all trying to make money online. You're the friend group that's trying to make money online. For me, I don't have that luxury. And I'm not one to like sell the group aspect and be like, you get access to other setters. But it's like, I don't have that luxury. My friends aren't trying to make money online. And the one that isn't really taking it seriously. So they're not in that position. Whereas when you join this group, it's as if your very good friends are trying to work alongside you and just make money. Like, you get on calls all the time now, one-on-ones with the boys.
Yeah.
You join the weekly group calls for the most part.
Yeah, well, I do.
You always... you skipped a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take advantage of the one-on-ones, the unlimited ones, I should say.
Is that the second time you said that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second or third. But you're just putting yourself in a position where you're actually making real friends in the community. And we mentioned this earlier, but I think this was the previous video we mentioned it in. But in a couple months, couple of years, whatever it is, the boys in the group, some of them are going to be ripping like 30, 40K with their agencies or management or coaching or whatever it is they decide to go down, simply based off the fact that they use setting as an A to B and then B to C is whatever they chose it to be.
Yeah.
Which I also want to contribute to and help you guys out with that too. I'm not just complacent in helping you make 3K per month with setting, because that's cool, but it's gay. Sitting at 3K is gay unless you decide that's all you want from setting. But if you constantly want to grow, then it's like you shouldn't just be complacent. You should be looking for the next step, which is B2C, whether it's managing, coaching, closing, whatever it is. I always help you boys out with that too, which is sick. Your progression is fucking sick to witness as well. Like your boys' progression. Because everybody's going down a more unique path, which is when it gets really, really fun as well. Whereas other coaches would just be like, yeah, you made 2K, let's get the video, you're never talking to me again, buy my upsell. Or like buy a retainer or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I have one more question for you, Teddy. What would you say to the people watching this that are too scared, or they're on the fence, or they're not sure what to do, and they really want to enjoy the pleasures of the Setters Academy pipe?
Okay, that was scary. I would say if you're on the fence about joining Val's mentorship, go to his Instagram, look at the testimonials, go through go through every single one of the testimonials. It'll take you like half an hour, and then go on the YouTube and watch his content,
Watch those testimonials, which will take you like 8 hours.
which will take you another 8 hours.
Watch.
And then reach out to some of the guys that are in the program. Reach out to me. Reach out to Seb. Reach out to Ricky. Reach out to anyone. Reach out to even someone that's just joined, and ask them what they think. And then once you've done all of that, there's no reason why you wouldn't join. Like, you will just join,
Indeed.
and you'll pay Val 15K.
15? Bro, you mean 25? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's not 15.
Yeah. No, not 15 yet. We're getting there. No, I'm just trolling. We'll never charge 15 for this. I see some people charging 15K for setting coaching. Like, bro, that's outrageous.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
15 is too much.
Yeah, but with that being said, if you want to learn more about how you can join, Seb is right behind you guys right now.
So
Come
come
out here,
come
bro.
and shop, bro.
Say hi, Seb Gotzi. How much did you make last month?
Not enough.
Wait, give them you got to put the mic in this.
How much did I make?
Mm-hmm.
Like 8. Whoa. You're trying to eat maybe eat the mic. Like 8.
$8,000 this month. Nice. Okay. I'm just trolling. I'm just kidding. If you want to learn more about how you can get into appointment setting and you could be surrounded on the casting couch with me and these lovely ladies in Marbella, you're not actually going to get access to this couch. I'll be real with you. We have to leave this Airbnb in a few days. But if you want to learn more about appointment setting, and you want to learn more about the one-on-one mentorship and how you can work with me, go ahead, book in a call. We can talk more about everything in detail. If not, I will do very bad things to Teddy. Peace.